Hashtag drama alert. There's news to expose. Hashtag breaking. SS Sniper Wolf has a vagina. More on that at 11.
Vaginas.
Hey guys, it's Scarce here. Lots of news today. Lots of exposure. And double upload.
Expose. 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 Expose.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I am completely pissed. I was gonna write a script for this video. Why am I still getting hate?
Hey, what's up guys, it's Scarce here, and so from now on, I am going to report the news. Let's go inside the stories!
Expose. 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 Expose.
You're exposed. You're exposed. You are exposed. Expose, 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 expose. You are exposed, sir. I'm going to expose you. Expose you. Oh my God, expose you.
Expose. 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 Expose.
It's time for some exposure. Some exposure. Some exposure. Expose. Expose myself to you. To you. To you. E-X-P-O-S-E. Expose.
Expose. Expose. Expose. Expose. Expose. Expose. Expose. Expose. Expose. Expose. Expose.
Hashtag drama alert. There's news to expose. Hashtag breaking. SS Sniper Wolf has a vagina. More on that at 11.
Vaginas.
Hey guys, it's Scarce here. Lots of news today. Lots of exposure. And double upload.
Expose. 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 Expose.
You're exposed. You're exposed. You are exposed. Expose, 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 expose. You are exposed, sir. I'm going to expose you. Expose you. Oh my God, expose you.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I am completely pissed. I was gonna write a script for this video. Why am I still getting hate?
Hey, what's up guys, it's Scarce here, and so from now on, I am going to report the news. Let's go inside the stories!
Expose. 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 Expose.
You're exposed. You're exposed. You are exposed. Expose, 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 expose. You are exposed, sir. I'm going to expose you. Expose you. Oh my God, expose you.
Expose. 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 Expose.
It's time for some exposure. Some exposure. Some exposure. Expose. Expose myself to you. To you.
Mr. Review Tech USA, you do nothing all day. What will you do? Just uploaded one video. I was filming a review. I was filming a review. I was doing a whole bunch of fucking B-roll for my TV review. That'll be up later this week. What's up, everybody? Man, Congress is freaking out. Afghanistan withdrawal shows their true nature. Well, dude, what is there, like $3 trillion, they believe, worth of oil over there? You don't have to be have a degree in political science to notice that we strangely only try to liberate countries where there's something to financially gain from it, right? Like, can we all just agree that that's kind of a thing that we could all mutually come to? Your nipples are exposed. That is wonderful, Joker. Thank you. I can't hear my shit. So Amouranth's house was burnt the fuck down. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. It's incredible. There are fucking psychos on this planet, man. This YouTube shit is this live streaming shit or this content creation shit is not that serious. Did you get my chicken DM on Twitter? No, I did not. Doesn't mean you didn't send it. I didn't read any of my DMs today, as a matter of fact. So yeah. We'll go into it when we hit about 500 people. Yeah, I shit you not. Butt cheeks. You know, this is why I get so, I go so fucking crazy and I shoot my channel in the foot, because I see the dialogue being put out there. And look, man, I like money as much as the next dude, so I'm not making it like I'm some fucking holy roller or I'm standing on a soapbox. But as I get older, I used to think this is stupid and all this. I used to think that, oh, you know, you're just an internet personality. How much? No, you do have a lot of weight. And when I see people in general, and I'm not thinking of anybody specific, where they're willing to just push a narrative or shit on something or a genre or whatever, just they're willing to just go in a direction and go full throttle, not because they actually believe in it, but because they know it's what people want to hear. And just in general, this is not speaking to, it happens even in fucking the tech community. I'm not even talking about me. I go into other shit besides tech. I know that. But like, I don't even have, we're going to go into it now. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Okay, you don't like the fact that she does ASMR where she licks the microphone. Does she deserve to die because of it? Like, this is the audience that you want to cater to? That are fucking psychos? Yeah, well, hey, you know, how's that I guess those big paychecks. Anyway. Where is Carlos? Carlos is a handsome bird. He's down here. I almost forgot the bird. Yeah, well, his feeling, dude, I'm gonna ignore it. It's a waste of time to even do it. He's here admitted before that he puts together fake videos. So anybody with a brain, I should have known. I want to give, like, I changed. And I'm no longer, I don't feed I mean, once in a while I'll get into my little Twitter spat here and there, but I don't feed the trolls, at least to the degree that I used to. So you can fucking change. But I guess that was a level of naivete that I should have blocked his ass probably 2 years ago. I tried. He can't say I wasn't a hell of a sport with him and tried to give him a chance. What is up with my fucking mic tonight? Come on, man. What are you doing? So there you go. Dude, like, I'll watch the video after he better fucking watch. In terms of, not that I'm going to do anything stupid to him, but if he's be saying lies, straight up lies, and disparaging, fuck yeah, I'll go after him. You know, the whole thing is similar to Fall of Saigon back in '75. Yeah, well, we got to stop being the police of the world. I'm pretty sure that the Vietnam War was started on a false pretense too. Anyway, I don't want to go into politics, though, because then once we go down there, hello, Horse Daddy. What's up, John? How are you? Big Boy Rich, I would like to come and make a $200 steak cook sous vide and record a video. Bottom line, are you down? Yes. I don't know if you're serious or not. I don't know where you're from, but I'd be down to do a video with you. Gulf of Tonkin. I was about to say Gulf of Tonkin, right? That was all staged to give us an excuse to go there to try to make the Vietnam War more palatable. Such bullshit, man. Did you and Jeremy bang and make it? I don't know where this whole... Hey, if it's brought up, I'm going to talk about it. I don't know where this whole thing came that me and him were giving each other ass to mouth before. Like, we made he asked me to record something for a video of his. And Jeremiah, thank you very much. And that was it. Like, it wasn't like we were holding hands and feeding each other pieces of filet mignon on the weekends. That would be kind of weird, and I'm glad that didn't happen. But nonetheless, we didn't. So I don't know where this whole thing of... I think Shoe on Head said it too. It's like, YouTubers are critical of corporations, news media, tech companies, whatever. No one bats an eye. If two YouTubers... criticize each other. Oh my God, why don't you guys just butt fuck and get over it? And it's like, why? Why is... I think what it is because, like, you're here during the live stream. You guys, I think people feel like an interpersonal relationship. So when a YouTuber is critical of another YouTuber, they almost feel like their friend is being attacked. That's what I guess. That's speculation. I don't know. I'm not Dr. Phil. I'm just a man with a bird on the internet who was filming a whole bunch of B-roll for a TV today. Plus Amouranth. No, you didn't get clickbaited. I have, we're talking about her, and actually we're over 500 people. Review Tech China is proof pro trolls don't change. Also going to get to spread your cheeks and just go to town.
Spread your
Eventually,
cheeks
yes.
and just go to town.
You were so chummy with review. Anyone that crazy who did all that psycho trolling towards you. Just curious why you tried. I didn't try to friend him. I'm like, all right, maybe he's changed. Maybe he's... Because some people occasionally actually do change. But I don't know exactly. I'm sure maybe he was influenced. I don't even want to mention any other names. I think he was influenced and coerced into being a fucking idiot again. So he's a fucking idiot. You know? And I'm going to watch that video, dude. If there's anything that's straight up like slander in there, just saying, I have legal recourse against... I hate sounding like DSP here, but if you're saying that I'm a fucking pedophile... which is factually not true, yeah, I'm going to react and do something. Not stupid, legally, but I'm going to do something. You can't do that. You can't just say, like, even my most devout trolls, like, they may try to clickbait you in by insinuating something, but when you watch the actual video, they're like, yeah, that was just clickbait. He didn't really do that. Like, you can't just do... That's not how it works. That's not trolling. You can't just do that. You're my friend, right, Dad? Yes, I am your friend. I am. Yeah, he reverted back to a troll because I hurt his feeling. He was literally sitting there putting a... I have never had gastric bypass surgery. I have not had it. I have not had that surgery. God strike me fucking dead right now if I'm lying. The straw that broke the camel's back with that fucking idiot, and I hate even talking about a troll, but he was here so much that everyone knows him. He literally put a doctor's name that I've never I've never been there. I don't even know who, like, you put. So now if there's some fucking psychos, they're going to look up this doctor who I've never had a correspondence with in my life. I don't even remember the guy's name. They may try, like, be fucking sending nasty emails to him and shit. I'm like, nah, dude, we're done. We're done. Like, I've always said, too, and you guys know it, once you start going into names, personal info, physical threats, or spam, you're that's it. Like, you're perma-blocked. So... You know what it is, too, and I've met some other people like him, is that they I bet you he really does want to change, but there is some, for people to do what he does, oh, it's just trolling, it's just this, something's, whether it be psychological issues, look, there's people, I consider diseases of the brain diseases, I know some people, oh, just man up, but it is real. Or maybe family issues. I don't know. Life isn't going their way. That's not my problem. Believe me, I've been in many, many times where life was not going my way. So they probably want to change, but something just brings them back to it. You know, it's also to them a thrill doing it because it gets them attention that they may be lacking in their actual life. So I love you, but I saw his, yeah. No, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm sure, man. I'm sure. Anyway, so let's talk about Amouranth here. Because however you feel about her, what happened to her is just not fucking okay. So, Caitlin Amouranth Saragusa, the most watched woman on Twitch, said in a Daddy Rich, I've missed you. Mitchell, how have you been, bro? I haven't seen you in a minute, brother. That her house caught fire last Friday. According to Saragusa, investigators haven't pinpointed a specific cause, but strongly suspect arson. Because, yes, her life should be put at risk for licking a microphone. This is why I hate that anti-SJW get woke go bro culture, because it cultivates shit like this. I don't give a fuck, but if you don't agree that it does, because there you get the psychos that abide by that shit, who this shit spirals out of. Let's just face it too, a lot of guys who really buy into that stuff, who probably, I guarantee you that the dude that did this probably doesn't have a very satisfying sex life. I assure you. There always seems to be that correlation of antisocial, not getting laid, and doing stuff like this. Does anyone ever notice that, or is it just me? You don't have to be. I mean, I know it sounds like fifth grade politics, but it's true. Okay. Saragusa said the fire originated near trash cans. Yeah. She keeps at the side of her house and noted the officials are reviewing surveillance from her house and the surrounding. Yeah. I am okay. Saragusa wrote the fur babies are okay too. Those fur babies, by the way, include guard dogs. That's because Saragusa, who boasts 4 million followers on Twitch and has played a major part in many Twitch trends, including the hot tub and ear lick metas, is no stranger to serious security threats. Saragusa told my former colleague Nathan Grayson that she gets swatted, a precipitously dangerous scare tactic in which trolls call police departments with fake details about non-existent threat multiple times per week. I've had it happen multiple times to me, but not per week. Holy fuck. Yeah, dude, but they're still frustrated because they ain't getting the actual hole. Sorry, I know I'm probably pissed off some people saying that, but, you know, I know and have met dudes that want to blame the rest of the world for them not being able to get any. Anyway, on Twitter, Saragusa said this wasn't her first brush with potential arson. Last year, under the guise of fourth festivities, someone reportedly planned to shoot fireworks at her home. The person in question was caught and arrested. I'm trying not to lose my shit here. The result of all this nascent detail is that Saragossa has had to foster a decent relationship with her local law enforcement officials that I can relate to. Following swatting attempts, they still show up, but they understand she's a regular target for such tactics and usually just check to see if she's okay before departing. If you're a streamer, I cannot stress enough, Saragossa wrote, you might want to set up like a safe or password so police, such as in my situations, know when it's a real threat and to roll in force. Saragossa did not immediately respond to a request for comment from Kotaku. So, I know that there's a lot of... One of the biggest mistakes I made, but I don't care now, is showing my colors with takes when it comes to politics and things like this, because people don't know what to expect from me, because they're like, dude, I thought you were so based or red pilled or whatever the fuck it's called. I used to watch you back in 2015. When did you become? I'm like, I never became. This has always been me. I will never. Okay, it's fixed. There is nothing you could say. I'll wait a second for, okay, we're back. Good old OBS. I'm on a VPN too, so it wasn't DDoSed. But there is nothing you could fucking say. I don't care if she shoved the mic up her ass and took a shit on it. There's nothing to justify putting the woman's life on the line. Well, Rich, I remember people saying, look, Anita Sarkeesian is a person who, yeah, I'm not a fan of. I think that she tried to sensationalize feminism and look for sexism in places where it literally didn't exist. She has been proven that she has done that before, that she has done poor research. My stream is going bad. It's fine by me. Yeah, refresh it, man. It's fine. I and I remember when she actually had a verified threat from the feds that I made a video saying that's bullshit. That's not acceptable. It should stay. If you have criticism of her, that's fine. Have fucking criticism, but keep it on the internet. Holy shit, were people pissed. I remember people, oh, you're such a pussy fool. Who cares if she dies? I'm like, me? Because it's batshit insane that someone would want to physically harm her for her takes on sexism in fucking video games. She didn't deserve death because of that. If you still disagree with that, I'm not the channel for you. I'm not going to conveniently ignore something like that. I'm not going to not talk about something like that. I'm not going to give an honest take on something like that because I'll alienate a part of my base. I don't know what to tell you. And there's a lot of people that will go down that route, man. No, she did not die, Anita Sarkeesian. Amouranth, luckily, is fine, too. Her animals are fine. This has happened before. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? You're purposely shooting fireworks at... You are bottom... You want to say that I'm a fuck... And I'm sure they would think I'm a fucking cuck and whatever other fucking word, that libtard, you name it. You are bottom of the barrel pieces of garbage. You put energy to a woman that has no bearing on your life to go out of your way. You are the epitome of a fucking loser. You are the epitome of the loser. When you look at, you are the definition, when you look it up in the fucking dictionary, of what a loser is. I will not placate to that. And for the people who thought I was placating to that back in the day, I'm sorry I deceived you. That's not what I'm about. You could say, look, I don't agree with, I'll never watch that shit where she's licking microphones. I just don't fucking watch it, though. I don't understand how hard that is. And then someone hands me this stupid fucking video one time where I'm like, look, if you don't like something, just don't watch it. It's like explaining, let's watch the video. You know what? Let's watch the video, because it's not for live streams. It's still a dumb video. If you don't, it's kind of like a cartoon. Don't like something, don't watch is dumb. Yeah, we're gonna watch this because I hate this fucking. All right. Anyway, here we go. Let's have some fun. Do they not realize jerking off is free? I know I mentioned it before, but that's... Oh, man. There's a fine line between full-tilt anti-SJWs and simply supporting free speech. Glad the YouTube gaming sphere has people like you who know how to talk about it. Yeah. And, dude, if I never hit 1 million subscribers because people want me to either be homogenous and not ever talk about a take, which would be fucking boring, or want me to stick to one side because they just want me to be part of their team, both of them, they could eat my ass. Sometimes I review stuff. Sometimes I give hot takes. Sometimes I talk about tech. Sometimes I talk about Dr. Disrespect. That's always been the way I've been. If it means that I will stay at 980,000 subscribers for the rest of my YouTube career on my main channel, I am perfectly A-O-fucking-K with that motherfucker. Anyway. Now, here we go.
Stream 85 plus live channels with no hidden fees. YouTube TV. Try it free.
Arkansas homeowners, would you like to erase your electric bill for free this year?
Wait, this isn't
you
the
can
video.
with a brand new state clean energy program that gets you.
Hey guys, Pie Guy Rules here, and I've been on the internet
Hi,
sharing
Pie
my
Guy Rules.
opinions for, what now, 8 years? And in that time, I've learned a lot about how people express their opinions, how people frame arguments, what arguments are good arguments, what arguments are bad arguments, how people like to use ad hominem insults instead of actually debating the topic at hand, how people are just trolls, etc., etc.
You could tell the vintage of the video because they used the troll face. Let's continue.
Seen it all, pretty much. And because I'm someone who primarily talks about watching cartoons and critiques them in a sometimes fairly harsh way, I often run across people who try to use the don't like, don't watch argument. The argument goes like this. Well, if you don't like the show, then just don't watch the show.
Okay, there's a mix to that. If the show is getting a bunch of viewership and other people like it, yes, of course you can critique it. But if there's 30 people that don't like it and 13 million people that do like it, you're just going to have to not watch. Like, I don't know. That's an extreme example, but you get my point. I'm all about criticism and healthy criticism, but yeah, there's some times where you just have to step away. Lighting someone's house on fire because you don't like their content, not saying he's insinuating that, he's not, doesn't work either. Call me crazy. It doesn't work either. But let's continue.
This argument is used typically by fans of whatever I'm critiquing as a way to say, hey, don't worry about it. Why are you stressing out about the bad things in this show? They're not bad. You're just not a fan. Go away. Don't watch it. Ignore it. Stop talking about it. So now I'm going to go through 6 reasons why I think the don't like, don't watch argument is stupid, counterproductive, and just illogical. Number 6. This is a very simple logistics thing. How do I know that I don't like something until I watch it?
That's a stupid 6, because that saying goes for people who have watched something and then realize they don't like it. Of course you have to watch once to know you like it, Pie Guy rules. You gotta watch it once.
There is no way for me to do that unless you want me to watch part of the episode and then turn it off the second I don't like something, which is dumb, but otherwise, how would I know? And of course, if you watch 80 episodes of a show and you hate every episode, you're probably not going to like the 81st episode, but still, you never actually know until you watch it. Number 5. Also,
that was a weak 6. That 6 made no fucking sense whatsoever. Yeah. You watch an episode. If the show is not for you, then you go, not for me. You move on. Like, granted, legacy television is dying, thank God. But, like, do you think that people are typing comments and leaving them under, like, a television show that they're watching? No! They just stop watching. They do that with let's use a more relevant example. Netflix. They're not just typing comments under, they're just stop watching if the show's not for them. So they watch it. If they don't like it, they move on. And if enough people don't like it, the show gets canceled. It's not fucking rocket science. But to sit there and complain about a show or a YouTube channel or a live streamer every fucking day, I know he's not directly referring to that, but still, What is it going to do? Sup, Dad? How's the weather there? It's the sky's about to fucking explode. Like my ass.
At the point in which I'm making a video on the subject, I've already watched it. So you telling me not to watch it is pretty dumb because I've already done it.
People were sending me this video unironically too. Okay, yeah, they can't Men in Black you and erase your fucking brain, dude. What they're saying is that you discontinue watching it.
I can't go back in time and unwatch it, now can I? Number 4. It encourages blind hatred of shows. As a fan of a show, which would you rather have? Someone watching the show and giving it a critique, pointing out where exactly they think the show went wrong, what they didn't like about it, what they liked about it maybe even, etc., etc. Or would you like people just blindly bashing on a show without having seen it? Do you want people to judge?
No, you could give criticism, but when it goes into the unhealthy, criticism where the same person's complaining about the same thing every fucking time you upload or every episode. First off, if you're doing it every episode, then you obviously like something about the show. Or if you hate it to that unhealthy degree, get a life and find something fucking else to do. Like,
the show just by the commercials? Do you want people to judge the show just by that one episode they saw? As someone who used to do that way back in my early days of YouTube, let me tell you, that is not how you critique something. That is not how you criticize something. And that's not how you want someone to talk about your show. If someone makes a video talking about what they hate...
Carlos OnlyFans coming soon, actually. It's going to be a naked bird.
About a show that I love, I will appreciate the video so much more if they give detailed, legitimate, informed reasons as to why they dislike the show, even if I personally disagree. I would rather that than people spitting out videos like, Steven Universe is dumb because the main character has blonde hair, which, of course, is inaccurate, but I don't know, maybe you'd get that impression if you've literally never seen an episode or commercial. If the point of your argument here is to get people online to stop, quote-unquote, hating on something that you like, well, this isn't gonna do it. All it's gonna do is make people bash the show on reasons that are completely unfounded. If you take away people who actually watch and ingest and try to piece apart and make legitimate criticisms on things, all you're gonna be left with is trolls and really immature people who don't know how to criticize something.
No. I've seen the exact opposite. It usually encourages the trolls, and the trolls are the ones that just sit there and constantly critique this thing. Now, criticism is good. You guys know I'm all for criticism, and criticism has made me better at doing this shit. I'm still far from perfect at it, but better at doing this shit. But there's a difference between criticism and someone watching something and complaining under it yes, at that point, it's like, dude, if you don't like it, don't watch.
Who are judging it based on superficial things, having not seen the show, because they don't like it, so they're not allowed to watch it. Number 3.
Jesus Christ, this video is 5 years old, huh?
I learn from what I watch. Even when I'm watching something bad, I try to learn something about why it doesn't work. I try to make value out of something that I personally don't see any value in. I try to piece it apart. I try to give my perspective. I try to put forth my arguments for why I think this way so that other people can come in and have a discussion with me and disagree with me and maybe even convince me otherwise. If I don't watch it just because I don't like it, how will I ever possibly even change my mind? How will I ever really learn exactly why I dislike something? Which I think is important if...
Which, again, I agree with, but it shouldn't take you 4,000 episodes to do it.
If you care about learning about media and about stories and about how you digest things in your brain. When I make videos, I really try not to just bash on something I dislike, and I try to, at the very least, learn a little bit. By going with the mantra, don't like, don't watch, you're encouraging people to just turn away the second they dislike something, rather than...
That's not necessarily true, though. You're making an assumption, man. Okay, after the 4th video or 4th episode of something that I've watched, you know, I leave criticism or discuss it on social media, what I didn't like, and then if it doesn't change, then you move on. But...
actually sticking around and trying to understand and piece together what it is they don't like so that maybe they can help find something else they do like, or maybe when they decide to tell stories of their own they learn something and can create stories that suit their sensibility.
Although if you don't like something, defense is a cheap defense, it has a good point. Even the smallest issue is a good reason to ignore it. And it almost sounds like in a small way I'm agreeing with this video. Like, look, I get it. You got to watch something and experience it if you don't like it. But I think people were using this video as, oh, Rich, this gives us a green light to troll constantly. And they weren't even talking about me, by the way. I forgot who else I was fucking talking about. But I'm like, no, that doesn't give you the green light to, under every single one of his or her videos or his or her live streams, to just spew the same shit over and over and over and over and over again. Like, we get it. If it's not changing and there's other people watching, the person, he or she, is not going to change their entire fucking show because you are pissed off by it or you don't like it. You know what I mean? It's just a weak ass. Anyway. All right, I had enough of that. That's still, if you don't like something, after you give it a chance, after you maybe have given constructive criticism, if it's not changing, yes, don't watch. That's a very valid statement. Fuck. That was not what I wanted. How is this? This is going to explode, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Luckily, I'm a seltzer professional, so, you know, and look, it's a delicate balance, too, where, hey, you gotta, everything's a gray area with it. Context is key. Because, look, if every single person is saying, hey, Rich, your video sucks because of X, Y, and Z, they probably have a point. But if you're getting more likes than dislikes, or you're getting a majority likes and a minority dislikes, and it's just like 2 or 3 people in the comment section complaining about something, shh. By the like to dislike ratio, you're in the minority, so be quiet. And the thing about comments, too, like, I had an ad in my video today, and you would have thought that I had pictures of my penis behind there. That's how angry people were. Like, I know people are going to get... I have, like... I make anywhere, like, close to 90 to 100 videos a month. On a slow month, maybe, like, 60. 2 or 3 videos may have ads in them. Shh. Look, and I understand. Look, they're rich. They're longer ads. That's the format that they want. They support the show. You know what I do when there's, like, when I watch here? Sorry, James. If I watch an AVGN video, you know what I do if there's an ad in it that I don't care about? I go to the scrub bar on my phone or on my computer, and I click past it. Holy shit! Wow! Super exciting news! Skip it! Skip it. But look, I understand. I don't even really engage with it because the comment section of YouTube videos generally are like the Yelp section. The only time people comment mostly is when they want to complain. You know, so again, that kind of falls into the nuance and context thing is key. You got to kind of read between the lines and see what is nuance, what is context, and what is just people being fucking idiots. What's up, you sexy son of a bitch? What's up, Camelot? But yeah, it's like, I could see too if I had an ad in every, like, I understand, Rich, that's a long ad. I know that's the format that the companies want. I can't just do a 10-second. I'm not Linus Tech Tips. I don't get 6 million fucking views a video. They're not going to be happy with me going, this video is brought to you by Raycon. And just go into it. Like, that can't happen on my channel. I have to have more of an ad because I don't get that kind of viewership, and which is fine. I'm just saying that's how it goes. That's also why, on the flip side, because I have to have that format, and it would be understandable at that point that I don't do that with every single video. I wouldn't be able to anyway, but that's just not what I would do because it would be too much. So 2 or 3 videos a month, maybe 4, are going to have ads out of the 60 to 90 that I upload. For the people that complain about it, which is a shocking amount, find holes and eat them. I couldn't think of anything else to say. Went whale watching today. There were no horses. Oh, I'm so sorry. I've disagreed with you a few of your takes in the past before. I'm still here. I want information, not affirmation. I want your take, whether I agree or not. And that's the thing, man. Like, that would be boring if I had a whole bunch of, I'm just saying, yes, men. I know there's women that watch my show too, the 4 or 5 that do. Yes, men. That would be boring. Like, I want people to disagree with me on shit. I want people to give different takes. I want people to, you know what I mean? I don't want someone to just say, yes, sir, just tell us whatever you want, sir. That's ridiculous. You can tell the difference between a troll comment and a legitimate criticism. Isn't it always also the content creators who ignore the trolls? Yes. And generally, yes, you can. 99% of the time, you can tell the difference. You're right. You know, you can tell the difference between when someone's giving valid criticism. But there, you know, there's sometimes they're not. This video is brought to you by Hickory Smoked Horse Holes. Oh, shit. I meant this. Yeah, Sean, it's not about, you know, and I know it's not popular to be that way. It's popular to be, and I hate to continue, but it always seems for something that we talk about. It's popular to just stay in one direction or to not talk about it at all. You know, but what the fuck is the point? I've never done that. I've never just shut my mouth and didn't say something. I'm going to start now. One thing I don't understand about the whole anti-vax microchip conspiracy is that they've been giving millions of people flu shots every year for decades. Why would they make up a fake virus now? Because people are fucking idiots. I was just talking about this on Twitter. There was someone that I know that is very anti-vax that was looking for someone to make him a fake vaccination card. And I know this person. I'm like, yo, when you were getting Coke back in the day, man, were you making sure that the Coke you were getting from that dealer was FDA approved? Is that you? Oh! Like, were you concerned about that when you go pick up your pre-processed chicken sandwich from the bodega, my man? Are you checking the ingredients in there? Like, no, you're not. You're not. So I don't get it. Like, look, I don't trust the government. I don't blindly trust, especially the pharmaceutical industry. Are you fucking kidding me? But like I said in my comment, if it wasn't for science, technology, and medicine, we'd be like middle-aged at 13 years old and living in a fucking cave. And probably 80% of us right now, including me that are here in this chat, would be dead. We wouldn't even be here right now. So, I don't know. Again, I'm just a man on the internet. Imagine DSP pulling his pud to Wings plowing his wife. I don't... Harvey Weinstein, I don't want to think of that. Rich, do you watch the Solidcast pod? Yes, I do. Big Cloud Gaming, yes, I do. They don't do it all the time, but yes, I do. When I was younger, I don't remember things being this bad as they were when it came to opinions or just people minding. Well, people have always been this fucking stupid, dude. It's just we haven't had the technology to cast our stupidity out at other people as quickly. Like, in 1986... you couldn't have a live stream where I'm sitting here with fucking headphones on, which I don't need anymore. You know what I mean? Like, everyone is a tweet away from putting out information or misinformation. We don't even have, like, this is why AI scares me, because if you think about it, artificial intelligence is just in, like, its very early stages. We as a species aren't, our emotional intelligence can't even handle what we have now. What about when AI is in full swing? The fuck are we gonna do then? Carlos and Pornhub. Oh dear God. The last Solidcast, they went off the rails and went into real life stuff like porn addiction and depression. It was a great listen. Really? I can't picture Rev going into that stuff. Interesting. Porn addiction. How did, like... Look, I'm sure 95% of the people here, if not more, watch porn. Like, how does it get into an addiction? Like, are you just sitting there, like, all day? Like, I would get tired. Like, are you just fapping all day? Like, are you fapping to the point where you can't fap no more? That's not fun. Well, I guess it's kind of any addiction, though. It's not like when I was 400 fucking pounds, I was eating for fun. So I guess, but yeah, I don't know. Man. Your car broke again? What happened? So, yeah, man, the TV is a 65-inch Hisense. I know I've talked about it in the past, but I'll go into more detail now. It's the H7G. You can do max peak 1,000 nits of brightness, which is one of the reasons why you get a TV like that over an OLED. And you get a 65-inch TV before taxes for just shy of $1,000, which is a pretty... And it has HDMI 2.1 features, variable refresh rate. It is QLED, I believe, which is just backlit. I know it's quantum dot technology and all that other fucking shit, but it's just another amalgamation of LCD with LED backlights. It's just the tech they put into the LCD, and so it still has quadrants. So you're not going to get the deep blacks you would get on an OLED, but there's benefits to that too. One of the things I've always noticed, though, about the high refresh rate TVs I've been using, if they are not OLED, is that they do have more ghosting, though. It's not unbearable. It's fine, but I do notice that, especially at the high refresh rate, that ghosting is more of a thing on the VA panels. It's a VA panel. They were complaining. I saw some reviews complaining about the viewing angles. I'm going to look again before I actually record my take in the morning. I don't really see, like, I could go at any side of the room and the colors don't really shift that much. That's just me. It has 2 HDMI 2.1 ports, which there's even higher end TVs. I don't know, like, LG is the only one I think that I know off the top of my head that has the OLED TVs with all 4. I think even Sony's high-end OLED TV doesn't even have all 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, but whatever. If you just have a PS5 and a Series X, put those on the HDMI 2.1. If you have a Switch, you put it on the HDMI 2.0. Now, if you're a fucking tech hoarding nerd like me and you have all 3, if you have a gaming PC with an HDMI 2.1 GPU, a PS5 and a Series X, then you're SOL. But, you know, that I'm the extreme. I know someone who blindly follows Alex Jones, and they drive me crazy with their anti-science talk and think COVID is a scam. Yeah, I know people like that. I know a lot of people like that. And it's tough. I just ignore it, though, because some of them are close friends, and there's pretty much everything else we get along with. So I'm just like, okay, all right, cool. You're, you know, it is what it is. It just flabbergasts me. And I know these people, and they used to party back in the day, and they have a whole bunch of other unhealthy life. Look, we all have unhealthy. Look, man, if I wasn't making all unhealthy lifestyle choices, I've definitely improved quite a bit. You know, and I know I've put a little bit of weight back on and I've plateaued. But if I was truly making better choices, I would be slender by now. I get that. But I don't understand how some of these people I know, like, some of them drink on a regular basis, some of them smoke, some of them do worse. I'm not just talking about weed, by the way. And I'm like, you won't take a vaccine? You know, and then someone said to him, like, it's not FDA approved, but they were like, you just said you don't trust the vaccine even if it was FDA approved, so which one is it? And I'm like, when you were blowing lines back in the day, were you making sure that those lines that you were, and they may still be, some of them may still be doing that to this day, were you making sure that Coke you got from the questionable dealer from around the corner, were his bags of Coke FDA approved? Let me know in the comment section below. No, they weren't. Cole Address, what's up? What's up, my dude? How are you, my man? You know you're addicted to prawn. If you try quitting for 2 months and find that you can't do it, you didn't realize you're addicted. Well, dude, that's just you being horny. Is that really porn, or is it just that your natural instinct to want to fuck? They wouldn't take it even. Yeah, I agree with you, Bullcraft. They wouldn't take the fucking vaccine even if it was FDA approved. That's a line of ass. I mean, I know you can't. I've heard of porn addictions before, but if you just stop watching and then you go back 2 months later to FAP, is that really an addiction? COVID is turning the frogs gay. Yes, it is. I'm going to have to. I knew this was going to happen. Oh, I had fiber tonight. Damn it. I would let those Twitch girls replace their microphones with my face. And look, man, I know people, oh, they're making a cheap buck. But okay, look, life sucks. It's how it goes, man. Some people, it's not an equal playing field. but no one deserves to be hurt for the content that they produce on the internet. Now I have to ship because I had Fiber One brownies. Chicken, bacon, mac and cheese. Oh, I'm sure it is. That literally made my butthole pucker even more, though. I'll be right back. Oh my God. So, a lot of people thought the story I did today was a nothing burger. I still disagree wholeheartedly, though. It does kind of show, like with Dr. Disrespect saying that he pretty much said it. It's not even me being conspiratorial or putting out misinformation, that there needs to be some kind of check there. Now, could it have been, that could just be Guy Beam's persona as Dr. Disrespect saying it to go on the Joe Rogan podcast? I don't know. But, and it's not even that one of the arguments I saw is that, Rich, because your podcast didn't do well. I'm like, yeah, it did. Every episode, I think minus maybe 1 or 2, and I did almost 10, got 6 figures eventually in viewership. That was the thing. Now, if I ever bring a podcast back again, it's not out of the question that I will. One, I'm going to get someone else to handle getting guests because I don't want to deal with that shit. I got way too much other shit on my plate. And 2, I'm also going to make it about me and whoever I have host it with me. I have some ideas for that too. Because if we can't get a guest or a guest cancels or whatever, then we could just still shoot the shit. So yes, bacon mac and cheese is fucking incredible. People won't get vaccinated because they don't know what's in it, but buy hot dogs from those carts in New York and do crack. Yes. And those hot dogs may have some kind of carcinogen as a preservative. Are you like, do you go, if you don't go and look through every single fucking ingredient of every single thing you buy, not just food, and you won't take the vaccine, you're a hypocrite. It's that simple. Like, I'm drinking this right now. I don't really know what's. It says it's just seltzer. What the fuck is an essence? It has essence of lime. Is there's like a lime have an ass and it's rubbing its ass to put the essence into my can? Do I have lime ass in my can? I don't know. So if I drank this and wouldn't take the fucking vaccination, I'm a fucking idiot. Why can't people just enjoy Amouranth doing sexy things online? Ignore her if you're not into that stuff. Because, dude, you know what it is? I'm telling you, I guarantee you, if they find this guy and there's something public about him, and they actually put his picture out there because he committed a crime, I guarantee you this guy was probably like beating off watching her. I assure you. Because in his mind, because he's a fucking loser, he was like, I can't get with that, so no one can. That's what it is. It's not that he didn't. He was probably fucking had a hard on as soon as he probably got the notification that she was live. Because no one, if you truly don't care, or if I just dislike someone in the internet, I just ignore them. Me and Pat the NES Punk, breaking news, are never going to have a game of grab ass at a convention. That took a real long fucking time. You know what I'm saying? Like, who cares? But if you then you do care. You do care. Because you're thinking, I can never get with something like that. Wah. Boo-hoo. I can't smash. Wah. So let me hurt somebody because she licks a microphone. That's what you're pissed off at with all the other heinous shit that goes on in the world? You're worried about a woman making a living because people want to watch her do ASMR? Yes, I use those quotes very loosely with a microphone. Get lost. Get lost. There's nothing you could tell. You are not an alpha male. You are the epitome of a beta male. You are a limp dick beta male. Period. End of discussion. Facts. That's not even speculation. That's a fact. Oh, man. I just don't understand. Like, what? So, someone tried to burn down that live streamer, Amouranth. She started the hot tub thing. Someone tried to burn down her fucking house. Happened twice, too. They said last year during the 4th of July, they tried to hide it under the veil of shooting fireworks in her house's direction. Like, you putting in that much energy just says everything to me. It says everything. You don't have to say anything else. You're a fucking loser. Hey, Rich, off topic. Ordered Sabrent Rocket 4.0 Plus PS5. And it fits this. It has a heat sink. It has the read and write speeds. Did you check that to make sure? I don't know off the top of my head, man. That's the only reason. A company is sending me a PS5 certified drive. Yes, I'll be making a video on it. First, I got to make this TV video. Then I got the Google Pixel 5a today. Shout out to Team Pixel for sending that out. That should be interesting to look at. It's not much of a visual upgrade, but it'll be interesting. I was using Android all day today because I was using this phone to film the Hisense review, and I miss Android sometimes. I do. I miss Android. There's things I like about Android. There's things I like about iOS, and I mean that. There's things I'm like, God damn it! Like just this simple fucking thing. And I'm sure it's Google just being, because there's other apps that actually have picture-in-picture. So if you want to use, I think it's Dropbox. If I'm watching a video that I have stored in Dropbox and I go on Facebook, it'll go picture-in-picture. But YouTube can't have picture-in-picture. That's just Google being Google. But it is still a feature I like, where if I'm doing something else like work-related on my phone, if I want to watch a YouTube video while doing that, on a Android phone, you could do that. On iOS, you can't. But they're so similar in a lot of ways, though. Like, everyone was like, oh, my God, iOS is so much better. Oh, Android is so much better. I'm like, I fucking use both almost all the time. And they're not that much different. There's exclusive features like FaceTime, which isn't FaceTime now going. Aren't they going to have where you could use FaceTime on Android? I'm pretty sure. Or am I going crazy? NAS compares the list. Okay, so it does. I think that's in the categories then. That does fit in the read and write speeds, I'm pretty sure. Only with a link from an iOS device. Okay. So they still have kind of a walled garden around it. But when you, at the end of the day, minus like some of iOS's exclusive features, and on the flip side, an exclusive feature on Android is having Google Assistant built into everything. Google Assistant is so much more fucking useful. Oh my God, I did the old man rant and rave. I truly am 40. But Google Assistant is so much more fucking useful than Siri. Holy shit. Siri is borderline fucking useless. Minus for like, hey Siri, call this number. That's it. Siri is dumb.
That's not nice.
Okay. But if you get rid of like Android having Google Assistant and iOS having FaceTime, there really isn't that much different. And I have a high-end Android phone, and obviously I have the iPhone 12 Pro Max Horse Edition. Like, I have them both. I'm in both worlds. I use an iPad every day. There's still not that much different. The other one up that Apple has is that there's more productivity apps and more robust apps, I would say, on iOS, because the hardware is more streamlined. I mean, yeah, they still support a bunch of phones, but it's not. Android literally has tens of thousands of different fucking phones out there, from cheap knockoff phones to $20 budget prepaid smartphones to the soon-to-be $2,000 Galaxy Fold 3. You know, whereas Apple has, they have their flagships and they have older phones they still support and sell, but it's a much smaller list, so they could developers could fine-tune their apps to run on a much smaller array of hardware. But still, there's a ton of there's music production apps and video editing apps on Android. There's enough. There's plenty. So it really, at the end of the day, they're not that much different. So anyone who's like this devout fanboy to the ecosystem, you're just kind of being silly. Nas compare. So I think Siri actively gets dumber. Yeah, I do too. Google Assistant, at least from what I've seen, keeps getting better, and Siri keeps getting worse. Like, I could have the strongest, fastest internet connection in the world. I'd be like, hey, Siri, set an alarm for 10 minutes. Hey, oh, shit, and it'll just sit there. Hang on. Working on it. I didn't catch that. Fuck off, you didn't catch it. Or if I ask a pizza place, like say, oh, I want to order my kid's pizza. Hey, blank. Hey, Siri. Get the number of the place down the street. Here's the number of a burger place in Brooklyn. Thanks, Siri. When I ever fucking need that, I'll get it. But can I have the pizza place down the fucking road? Google Assistant, same thing. Blah, blah, blah. Here's the number. We're calling it for you right now. How did they fuck up Siri when Siri was like way ahead? There was like, Siri was like not the first out of the gate, but they were like the first from a big, large corporation. How did they fall so? Like Amazon, Alexa blows away Siri. Like, they were earlier out of the gate, let's say, than anybody, Apple. Almost anybody. How did they fall behind? Like, Siri needs a fucking overhaul, man. My favorite phone call time is my Motorola Nextel Direct, and I had so much fun. Yeah, but you know what? That I used to love it in the beginning, too, but then it got old. It got old because... You know, I would be like sleeping, and all of a sudden I'd be like, someone would be like, bop, 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 blah, 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 blah. And it's like different from it was just different from a phone call. It's hard to explain. Like, Rich, if someone rings your phone, doesn't it also make you jump? No, it's like, dude, it would for some reason, those like walkie-talkie shit would make you jump out of your skin. And it was a different time, too. There wasn't, like, messenger apps. There wasn't, like, you know, whatever, ways to communicate on countless different social media platforms. Like, yeah, it was cool, but it got old, too. Do you have balls? That's sponsor in today's video. That's where that was where I got that from, where they consider, like, generally consider, and again, there's exceptions. There's people that do occasionally, very occasionally, leave positive comments. They're just like it's just like a Yelp review. The only time people want to actually leave a comment on YouTube, just like on Yelp, they either want to leave a Yelp review because they're pissed off, so it's usually negative. Same on Google reviews too, and same on YouTube. People don't. I'm the biggest offender of this. The people I like and the people I watch. Like, I'm probably going to watch the Ultimate 2021 3DO from Adam Koralik. Sorry, Adam, I'll be the first to admit it. I'll probably forget to like and comment on your video. So, it's human nature. The only time people want to leave a comment is when they're pissed off. And you would think, man, that I was showing my asshole when I was doing that ad today. Can you and Carlos relax? I'm a bird, motherfucker. Music video. It's 2 minutes. Yeah, but is it copyrighted, man? Like, they'll insta-ban me. Not insta-ban, but this stream will get all that shit. Yeah, but you're an exception. Even people who really like a place still won't leave a review. You're still an exception, unfortunately. I mean, I don't have any like surveys or evidence to back this up. I just know human nature. And if I'm wrong, that's great. But I've noticed it. I've done it before too. Like, here's another YouTuber. I watch Wrestling with Gaming. I think I have commented recently because he does a really good fucking job. And Jeremy Parrish. I watch all of his videos. I watch a ton of his shit. I watch a ton of Jeremy Parrish's shit. And I forget to comment. But that's how human nature is, man. If you piss off, that's why a lot of times you read comments under almost anyone's video. They're usually negative because people only like to comment when the only thing that gives people energy is anger. It's kind of like, it's weird. It sucks that it's like that. But am I wrong? Like, am I wrong? Yeah, I never comment either, Abby. It's very rare that I comment on a video. It's not even that. I should like videos more. As a matter of fact, I'm going to try to make a habit of it, excuse me. But I do it. I don't comment. And it's not that I dislike it. Some of the, like, I watch Jeremy Parrish. I don't know if I mentioned him before. If I did, then I'm repeating myself. Jeremy Parrish. amazing gaming. He like thoroughly. Those videos must take him like a month each to do. I don't even know, or if I don't know. He says it's not his full-time gig, so I don't know how the fuck he's finding the time in the day to do it. But some of the best retro reviews I've seen out there, and I always forget to comment. You know what I mean? It's not that I'm doing it to be a dick. I just forget. That's human. That's human nature. So, hate is a good motivator. It shouldn't be. Whose super chat got skipped? Do you have balls? Who did I skip? I didn't skip anybody. It's not like we've had that many. No, hating somebody is what keeps anybody going, not just old people. Thoughts on Sony TVs? They're great. I have an X900H. I just bought a Sony X90J for next gen. Sony says VRR is coming by December. Yeah, I have the X900H. It's actually a TV at the time that I recommended because I knew it worked well. And I did a review on that TV. I like reviewing TVs. It's actually fun. Some stuff is stressful to review. Phones are stressful to review. I like doing it, but it's still like there's a balance between when you review a phone, which I don't do often, but I'm obviously going to be reviewing the I'm probably going to do a comparison between the ZTE Axon 30 and the Pixel 5a, even though they're kind of in different leagues, but still kind of budget phones, just in different tiers of budgets. I always feel, though, like I'm going to miss a feature because there's, especially because how flooded the smartphone market is, like, you got to talk about and say if it's good or bad or not, what differentiates them. Okay, it has a Hasselblad camera. This is an as-if example, not saying any of the phones I'm reviewing do. They don't, but okay, is that good or bad? Does it make a fucking difference that so-and-so worked with Hasselblad? If it does, why? If not, why? What are, like, there's a lot of nuances where, you know, TVs, like, I mean, you could get very technical with them too, but that's not the main focus of my channel, so I don't have to do that. But TVs, you could go, like, I could talk about the brightness, I could talk about how the sound sounds, I could show a bunch of footage, explain the specs, and give my take if it's a good TV or not. It's more relaxed, I guess you could say. John T is here to review all the butts. Went to bar with rude staff. A 1-star review on. Yeah, isn't that such a turnoff when you go to a restaurant and the staff sucks, even if the food is good? I always. There was one time. God, this is when I was working at the furniture store, and that place was that. Speaking of a place that was like a party. On break, we went to a sushi shop that was across the street, and we were getting drunk on sake. And we weren't even drunk. Like, we weren't being loud or anything yet. We were actually being quiet. But, like, we weren't even done eating. And as we're sitting there drinking and eating, the woman is literally standing there staring at us, waiting for us to get, like, waiting with the check in her hand. I'm like, we're not even fucking done chewing. What are you doing? Yeah, I remember that, though. Not that we didn't get, like, drunk. We just had a couple glasses of wine, then went back to work buzzed. That was a different time. That's something I wouldn't do now. But, why does sushi make your shit need a hazmat? Sushi just... A sushi turd is a fantastic turd, son. So far, Square Enix has released some duds. I agree with this. Marvel's Avengers is a bust. I never even tried it. Outriders is a bust. Also, Game Pass isn't helping it. I tried Outriders. It was all right. Felt like it was trying to be Gears of War and Borderlands. The combat just didn't feel great. Wasn't a fan. Just felt like if you like grinding in games, then try that game. Try that game out. When will Carlos Simulator be released on Steam? All kidding aside, you know there is a Gabe Newell Simulator. I actually bought it. I didn't return it. I may have got it before the return days, and I never got it to work. Every computer I tried it on, it crashed. Probably because the game was built just to get dollars off the fact it had Gabe Newell's name in it. The preview trailer of it looked terrible. I got it. I think I wanted to live stream it. I could never get it to work. Isn't that an exciting story, kids? Isn't that a 10 out of 10 story? Wood story again? But yeah, there was a Gabe Newell Simulator, John. I love sushi. I would eat sushi every day if I could. I fucking love the shit out of sushi. Yes, I was playing Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart today. I was playing Doom Eternal again because I was trying it with the 120 patch. I was recording footage of that. I was playing Streets of Rage. I was playing Call of Duty Black Ops. A whole bunch of other fucking games too. I recorded a whole bunch of footage today. Why do you come? Because Bill Cosby shoved the Jello pudding pop up my ass. So that made you come? Ooh. By the way, did you add Pat's yeah to the soundboard? No. I have not added that to the soundboard. I wanted to do that today, but I was doing literally, I filmed that video. I sent it to my editor. It took like a half an hour break, and I was filming B-roll until 6:30, 7 o'clock. Not that there's that much B-roll. My editor would lose his mind, but, stop, record, download updates, whatever. You're bringing sexy back, and you're starting with me. Why, thank you. Oh, man. Well, no, it doesn't do one. No, I just recorded at 24 FPS, man. I recorded at what the video is going to be in. I didn't record at 120. We ain't going to see that for a while anyway, I don't think. There's no, for watching video, no one's begging for 120 FPS. A lot of times, I remember that was a big thing where they would do that. I remember, in the early 2010s, a lot of that motion smoothing shit came out. And it just kind of made everything look like a soap opera. So for video in terms of viewing, I personally don't think that 120 FPS is necessary. However, for gaming, I definitely feel it. Rich, I went on my first date and secured the bag. So you explored holes is what you're saying? Congratulations. So, why the Amouranth? Because someone tried to set her house on fire. That's why. Someone tried to set her house on fire. So, video should be interesting. A lot of the B-roll, or all the B-roll actually, I filmed with my iPhone. So funny, I mentioned this on you young motherfuckers who were just starting to make videos now on YouTube. You don't have no idea how easy you have it. I mean, obviously, if I did more reviews, I would step up to maybe I'd buy another GH5 but your fucking smartphone, especially if it's a flagship, man, is so capable. Had a brain fart there. So capable that you have everything you need right here. I remember when I was just uploading YouTube for shits and giggles back in 2008, yeah. I bought it at Circuit City. This is before they closed. It was an Aptec 720p camera. And it was shit. How dare they say that was HD? It may have actually recorded in 1280 by 720, but I would have been better off filming with a VHS-C camera and gotten better audio and probably better video quality than that thing. Like, now you guys, you have smartphones now, and I do it too, so, you know. You have everything you need right here. You have a very good camera. You have a very good camcorder. Even a mid-range or budget smartphone still has decent optics on it. And then what I do is I go to Google Drive, which is also on iOS. For those of you who don't have iOS or don't use Google Drive, I upload the files there, and they're all the B-rolls there for my editor. It's crazy, man. It's nuts. And it's nuts how even in a fairly short period of time, it's completely changed. It's changed completely. Like, I literally just, you know, I set my phone up on a tripod, record a bunch of B-roll on the same phone I just recorded on, which I recorded at 4K. I upload it to an app, and everything's right there. I don't have to take an SD card out of anything. It's just there. That's nuts, man. That's the future. That's science. Yeah, science. Yeah, technology. Actually, you know what I mean. You know? That's why I tell people, too. There's people that, you know, ask me all the time, what do I need to start a YouTube channel? You probably don't need a fucking thing. More at 11 because of her Amouranth stop. But yeah, that's that. People are, well, what equipment? I'm like, you get nothing. Do you have a smartphone? Does it cost more than like $250? Yes. Congratulations, you have everything that you need. You have everything that you need, because 95% of it is just people enjoying what you're doing. I mean, even look at like a Filthy Frank video, even back in 2016, which is crazy to think was 5 years ago now. It's not like he had the crazy antics and stuff like that, but it wasn't like he had a red camera that he was filming with. Motherfucker, he was just, you know, they probably were just using phones, and yeah, they did crazy stuff in post, but if you look at like ET2 from Filthy Frank, one of the fucking classic videos, was it, you know, HDR 4K with you know what I'm saying, Dolby Vision? No, man, it was probably them with their phones. Maybe they had a lapel mic hooked up to it. Okay, they have that, but that was it. A lot of it, yeah, like some people are saying, a lot of it you could do in post. The griftering is here. The griftering. Oh God. I'm just so glad that there's at least a decent amount of people that see things for what they are. Anyway, I just farted so loud, I woke up the people in the next room. Stop. You must have some. I mean, I've had some powerful farts, but I've never woken anyone up with a fart. Dude, you must have like a Holland Tunnel as a whole. I filmed my first YouTube videos in 2007 with a Aptec. Yep, that was because that was like the affordable one too. It was like this new exciting HD thing. So it was like, which camera do I get? Oh, look, here's this. All those other cameras are $3,000. No, thank you. Oh, this one is $99 or whatever it was. I think it was even $199, and it was even back then not worth it. Stop sucking on your lip. My lips are dry. Even though I just put chapstick on, my lips are dry. Phoenix, how dare you question my lips? But it was like, it was either that or nothing. Ape tech it is. And it was, God, I mean, if there was a way for a camera to have negative image stabilization, it had it. Like, you could have that thing on a tripod and it was still like screen tearing. I don't even know how that's possible. Like, the image would be shaky if it was standing completely still. That was an incredible I wish I still had that. I almost want to get one and just show how bad it was, because it was fucking awful. Like, that thing made the Polaroid that was what I did a lot of my early YouTube videos on, was that Polaroid. It was 7. It supposedly did. I didn't even realize that until I rebought it. This is when I actually thought I was going to hit 1 million subscribers. I was going to show that camera. But that was like a Rolls Royce compared to that Ape Tech. That thing, and not even if the sound was tolerable. I think that's actually what made the Polaroid the Polaroid wasn't that. It was better, but it wasn't that much better than the Ape Tech. But the sound on the Polaroid, even though it had some noise to it, it actually picked up full crisp voice. The Ape Tech, the video sucked and the audio was distorted. There was nothing to save it. Amouranth is my favorite Twitch. Like, oh yeah, Trump was supposed to be back in the White House by now. How'd that go? Mike Lindell, kind of sounds like Jesse Ventura a little bit. That's why we do the same voice. I have the data. I have the what are they called? Data packets, the packet captures, whatever the fuck they were. Am I mixing words up here? And Trump will be reinstated. There's no way to deny any of this. But of course, you know, it was trolls and oh god, my holes can only take so much. I can't. This whole world is a fucking sad comedy. Nathan Brassington, sorry. I'm thinking about titties. We have thin walls and my ass was close to the wall. Okay. Now, all right, I guess you have thin walls then. Yeah, man, that must have been a powerful fucking fart, dude. Did you have like a Brussels sprout and like kidney bean salad or some shit? I got to go into deep conspiracy. I would, dude, it just, everything just seems like, how is any of this real? Like, who would have ever thought the My Pillow guy, who was, I guarantee you that My Pillows are the most overpriced, shittiest pillows. They're made in America. Like, who would have ever thought we would be talking about this guy from a fucking political standpoint? Like, what happened? What the fuck happened? Who the fuck is Linu? I don't even know who that is. Amouranth's ass. I have never seen her ass, so I don't know. Sleeping on boobs is wonderful, though, that I will say. And no, I'm not talking about my own. Aha! Have you experienced the horse holes? No. And I don't want a horse in my hole either. I've seen, unfortunately, how that story ends. It does not end. First off, I am anti-interspecies, and secondly, horse holes are meant to be explored by other horses. In case you were wondering. My poor guy ran out of his own cyber symposium after news broke that the courts are allowing a $1+ billion defamation lawsuit against him. Go forward. No. I know. And a big portion of them, there's a decent portion of my subs on my other channel, at least was. I'm actually surprised I'm not losing more, are into all of that shit. All of it. I have no idea. I mean, like I said, I was anti-Anita Sarkeesian back in the day and other get woke or other woke shit. Because I'm not, you guys know I'm anti-woke shit too, as much as I'm anti-get woke, go broke. And seemed like there was a lot of more shit in like 2014, 2015, 2016 happening with that. Or maybe I just tune it out now. I don't know. But I think a lot of them were under the very wrong impression that I was conservative. Or I was MAGA or some shit. No, not at all. Sorry if I gave you that impression. As soon as Mike Lindell's motion to dismiss against Dominion was denied, he fled the stage at the cyber. Dude. Yeah, that's why I heard Kyle Kalinske said, like, oh, shit, I actually think that Mike Lindell believes in this stuff. No, he doesn't believe in it, man. He doesn't believe in it. He's got other aspirations. He's like, all right, I made my money off of fucking pillows. What other grift can I do? Like, how, that just shows, like, again, before I even knew Mike Lindell for any of this fucking freak shit, like, I've tried a My Pillow before. They're just average fucking pillows. He found a way to become wildly successful off of selling you a mediocre Motel 6 pillow. Gotta give the guy credit. So he's like, fuck, if I could do that, man, I could grift and brainwash a whole bunch of people. He's not a nice guy. He doesn't believe it. He switches up his lies mid-interview, unedited. I've seen him. Kyle, don't be naive like that, if it's true. Okay. Do you think the fall of Kabul means the end of the empire? I don't know. Fair point. Protect the horses. We don't want another Mr. Hands. And hold on one second. Thank you for the money, jackass. Did you see that Ben Shapiro and Bill Maher recently? So, do you think that fall of Kabul means the end of the empire? I don't know. But like Joe Biden said, and it's one of the few things that I agree with him on, and he also is a man that he believes in science too. I agree with him wholeheartedly on that, is that we're not the world's police. Like he said, there's awful things that happen in China. There's awful things that happen throughout the world. We can't police the fucking world. Rich, sorry if you've addressed this before. Are you aware of Gianni? Are you like in on it, or are you? Because I feel like people mention it at weird times. Just so happens when there's a troll in the room. Like, I almost feel that people are continuing to talk about it, so they give me no choice but to talk about it. I'm going to assume that that was innocent. But we'll see if you do it again. I am Eric. Did I miss your... Did you see that Ben Shapiro and Bill Maher recently where he ended up in arguing by saying that he would sleep well tonight on his bed made of money? Who said that? Ben Shapiro or Bill Maher? Who said that? Ben Shapiro? Because it sounds like something Bill Maher would say too. I'm going back to school tomorrow and honestly not happy since within a week 3,600 were tested positive for COVID. Just from... Jesus Christ, man. I have a feeling they're going to end up shutting down the schools again. I have a feeling they're going to shut down the schools again. Shapiro said that? Dude, because that's all these guys really fucking care about. And again, I'm not going to lie and make it, I'm not, that's what, these streams are a huge revenue stream for me. Arguably, it's becoming bigger in some ways than my YouTube channel. So I'm not making it like I'm doing this for charity. That would be a lie. But you also have a responsibility. Like, if you're just willingly putting out misinformation to make a buck off of it, you are a fucking piece of shit. Period. End of discussion. You're a piece of shit. You know? Yeah, the governor here the governor in Texas. I was like, gee, I am so shocked. Yeah, but I have a feeling a lot of people are assuming like we're done with COVID. No, we're not, man. The Biden administration has recommended a booster shot at 8 months. When did I get mine? In March? So April, May, June, July, August. So I got a couple more months. I'll ask my doctor about it. I'll obviously get it. He joins live stream. Yes, I'm talking to you, Real. You are a piece of shit. I just don't understand fucking people, man. I don't get it. Guy at work who always the thing we talk about, you know, this, that there's people out there that were anti-vax, they get it, then sadly they're dying. And then they ask for the vaccine thinking the vaccine's a cure. It's not a cure. Wait, the governor was vaccinated? Well, that's good then, because it means he won't drop dead from it. I don't wish death on anybody, so that's good. Wasn't there just a senator or congressman that just died? He was in his 40s. From COVID, he died. He didn't get the vaccine. He was anti-vax. I'm pretty sure. I think Reba McEntire and her husband, the country singer, they were vaccinated. Her and her husband got it. But you still can get something when you have a vaccine. It's just your body will already have a response, so it won't kill you. So, you know what I've been watching? This, for some reason, I've been watching like weird cooking shows. I never knew about this guy called Justin Wilson. He's from Louisiana, said, I guarantee. And like, I bet you the food is actually good, but like he like, especially when he was older, he didn't try to present it pretty. He would just be like, take me some of this casserole here. He just goes, poof, pops it in there. Doesn't even try to present it, and then he just gets his pilaf, pops it in. He takes a bite of it. He's like, gonna have me some wine. And then he takes a bite, and he's like, before he even starts chewing, I'm like, I heard his food is good, but before he even starts chewing, he's like, it's gonna be real good, I guarantee. Hey, Rich, I've heard you mention Resident Evil a few times. Just curious, which one is your favorite? RE2. Resident Evil 2. The original one, too. I like yes, I'm itching my armpit. It's itchy. God, that looks sexy. I just saw that on the YouTube stream. That is what sex looks like. Whoa! Why does it do... Am I going to have to go out and buy the... an actual soundboard? I don't want to do that. This thing actually... No, it's never... That's a lie. That is a fucking lie. This thing has never fucking worked well. Ever. Fuck you. You have never worked well. You are terrible. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. It may never go away. You used to watch Justin Wilson. His show is cool. I mean, he's been passed. I mean, he was born back in 1914. He's been passed away since 2001, I believe. But cool stuff, man. Interesting take on cooking. It's nice to see some like Creole stuff. Same. I've been it too many times to count. I always remember my friend Aaron. I don't even know what the fuck he's doing. I haven't seen him in like 20 years. But I remember I got it. Think day one. Playing Resident Evil. When playing Resident Evil 2, and it was pretty mind-blowing. You know, you look at it now, it's like still backgrounds, but back then that was, 2 discs. What was even more mind-blowing was when they ported Resident Evil 2 to N64, full game with FMV. If you watch the technical analysis of that on Digital Foundry, it's actually pretty amazing. What the compression they did and how they got both of the full games on the 2 discs to fit on a 64 megabyte. Yeah, 64 megabyte. Nintendo 64. Oh, that was the biggest I think they would go, would be 64 megabytes as well. They fit both CD-ROMs, including FMV on there. That is insane. And to a degree, it did look better, too. Think about that. That was pretty amazing. I mean, I think they cut down the frame rate of the FMV. Obviously, it was heavily compressed. And why did Smash JT shut down his channel? Why? I mean, I know he's a fucking millionaire because of all his investments that he made investments in like every meme stock imaginable, and it worked out for him, which is great. Hey, bless him. But why did he shut down his channel? To his credit, look, man, he never hid the fact that he admitted in video that he invested $10,000. So it's not like he hid that. If he hid it, that would be a totally different story. But he was 110 transparent from day one, so to his credit, he was transparent. But yeah, that was amazing, man. It's amazing what a developer can do. The Switch is a perfect fucking example of that. It's amazing what a developer can do if they think there's money in the platform to make something work. Like, Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal have no business being on the Switch. The Witcher 3 especially has no business being on the Switch. They're even coming out with Darksiders 3 for the Switch. Those games, if the Switch was doing Wii U numbers, there would be none of those games for the Switch, I assure you. I remember them saying back before the 8th gen consoles were out, and they were, I guess the Wii U was the first 8th gen console that was to market, and they were saying, "Oh, the processor's a dog." I'm like, it's now you're saying that a quad core and the developers. It's just funny how money talks, because think of how the performance gap is between like 8th and 9th gen consoles and the Switch, yet somehow they find a way to make those fucking games run on there. You're telling me that, and think about it too, that Tegra X1 chip, the developers only have access to 3 of the CPU cores because one is always working on background tasks on the Switch. But they get those games to run somehow. Could it be that there's money involved and there's a financial incentive? I think so. And I'm not even calling them out for it. Don't take what I'm saying the wrong way. Look, you got to get paid for what you do. But all those bad takes they had on the Wii U, which, look, Nintendo is a big at fault for that, for their terrible piss-poor marketing of it. If the system sold well, there would have been games you never would have imagined coming out for the Wii U. Just saying. Smash JD shut down because freaks were going deep into threatening his family over his support of the Amico. That's just fucking sad. This is what I'm saying. Those are also fucking losers. Those are also fucking rejects. Like, why is the beef with a fucking... It's not even beef. He's look, he has a financial investment. He wants to see the console be successful. I don't agree with his takes, but that's it. I'm friends with Smash JT on Facebook, man. I don't like whatever. Who gives a shit? Because these people have nothing else going on in their lives. They're fucking losers. They're losers. Just like Amouranth. Same fucking thing. You want to burn down her house? You super virgin? Because she licks a fucking microphone and made some money off of it? You're a fucking loser. You're a loser. And the thing that really, you actually are pissed off because you'll never get someone who looks like that. That's why. Who puts that much energy into someone they don't like? You're fucking weird. Tipster's latest stream is timestamped with some pretty damning evidence. Of what? I'm missing what you mean. Of Smash JT? Can you connect an Xbox controller to Steam Deck? Yeah, of course. Especially if you put Windows on it. Even if you don't put Windows on it, the Steam OS will recognize the controller. So yeah, then you could dock it, and then you could sit there and have a console experience on your Steam Deck. Sexy Richie is sexy as fuck. Whoa! All right, let's watch this. All right, let's watch it. I'll see what you're talking about. You got my attention. This cheap ass seltzer is pretty good. Tastes like my ass, which is delicious. Tipster. I think he sent me something on. Sorry, man. I never responded to it. I just got busy. Tipster. Tipster. I'm going to call him Nipster. Smash JT is a total fraud and shill for Intellivision. Oof. Holy shit. That's a... Which, are you talking about the newest? Now, there's a video, too. Okay.
4 quick shots.
Hold on. You're shirtless right now, yeah.
Get in, get out. You only get lucky once.
Oh, that's just something old guys say.
That would be me.
The protege.
Oh, okay. This seems like I don't even fully.
Anyway, let's go ahead and let's bring Top Loaded on, because we got a topic to talk about that Top Loaded kind of filled me in on. So let me go ahead and bring him on real quick, so we can go over this together. Here we go.
All right, I'm confused. I'm gonna have
Yo, Top Loaded, you there?
Basically, called pulling down his critical videos of the Amiga
What's
for
up, bro?
investing.
Yo, what's up, man? How you doing?
Oh shit, he had critical video? I didn't even know. So he did. And for Apollo Legends blaming Tipster for Apollo Legends. Did he? Oh, we'll find out. Let's find out.
Doing good. Yeah, I was mentioning before to the chat that you had gotten in contact with me regarding some new information on like Smash JT. And I told them I was going to bring you on, and we were just kind of
Still, none of this condones people going after him and his family in the real world, though. Nothing at all.
I casually go over it. So this should be pretty interesting. Pretty interesting stuff. What do you think Smash is going to think when he hears that we talked about this?
Honestly, oh shit.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be his reaction. Like, oh shit.
Yeah. And it seems like both Smash and like some of his defenders, they seem to be like shifting the goalposts of like the argument we're making, right? Because like the whole argument we're making is that like, okay, if he wants to invest in the Intellivision Amico, like that's fine. And if he wants to protect that investment by promoting the product in a positive light, that's fine too.
Yeah, I know what he's going to say, and I'm probably going to agree with it.
Yeah. And some people seem to be suggesting that like that's our criticism, just that alone, that he's invested in the Intellivision Amico. And so they're like, well, what's the big deal if he's like biased towards the Intellivision Amico? Of course he's going to be biased. He's invested in it. But like they're completely shifting the goalposts away from what our actual argument is. Yeah.
The actual issue is the fact that he recently made a video saying that, yeah, of course, I invested in it, but I don't care. I'm not biased about it, and that's an issue.
Exactly. Yeah. If
When
you're telling.
Yeah, I don't agree with it. Yeah, you can't. He's 100% right. Let me make this full screen. I'm a dumbass. He's 100% right. Like, I guess it kind of like we'd be talking about crypto, which I stopped. Like, you can't talk about something if you're invested in it. Obviously, your opinion is going to be colored. That's true.
Telling your audience. Yeah, if you're telling your audience you're not biased when you clearly have a reason to be biased, that's an issue. Like, you're essentially lying to your audience, and that's where the problem comes in. Because, yeah, he's made public statements, and I know I didn't cover this last time we talked about it, but he has made public statements that he's invested in the product. I'm showing right now on screen. I don't know if you're in my live, but I'm showing on screen right now. He did a video back in April 19th of 2021 this year. Why I invested $10,000 into the $13 million in television Amico Republic campaign. So he's been open about the fact that he's been invested, and we talked about the investment prior to. Like, I've got the investment pulled on screen right now. It shows that he invested $10,000 into the project via republic.co. So it's not like he's hiding it, and we've never made the argument that he's hiding it. But again, when you're invested in something, that's sort of like a conflict of interest in a sense, but also you are going to have a natural bias in regards to something that you're
Yeah, that's human nature. I agree with them, without a doubt.
Financially invested in. So for him to make this argument that I don't have any bias.
Tipster, I see you stepped your mic game up, dude, and I can hear it. It sounds a hell of a lot better.
Towards this product, when it's like, yeah, you absolutely do, that's an issue. But from what I understand,
it's worthy of criticism.
Yeah, but what I understand from some of the new stuff that you dug up, apparently, like, he hasn't been fully transparent with his investment or even his interest to invest in the past. Is that correct?
Yeah. From what I've been able to dig up, basically, it's like, first of all, I can't really get a clear timeline on when he actually, like, legit invested. And he apparently commented to someone at a certain point that he had communicated to Tommy that he was interested in investing, and the timelines are just not syncing up, and that's kind of what I had prepared. And I do want to give an absolute shout out to the Geek Getaway. He kind of helped me get started with some of this stuff, and you know, once he helped me out with that, I was off to the races with this thing, and I've been kind of just up for a long time.
Yeah, I think it's been like pretty much like all night and all morning, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Pretty
I'm definitely gonna crash it.
We could talk about Keem and H3 too. We'll do it all. We'll do it all
out after this.
Speaking of the Geek Getaway, look who's in chat. Thank you for the $5. Smash JT was featured in an official Intellivision promotions video without any disclosure on the video. That's interesting. I do think I've seen some clips of that, but that's interesting. That's interesting. So I guess we could just dive into this. The first thing you brought to me was this video by Heavy Metal Gamer, video blog, Intellivision Amico, Tommy Tellerico Thoughts. We're not going to watch the video, but the thing of interest here is in the comments section. Am I right?
Right.
Yeah. So let me go ahead and pull up the comments here. We have a comment here. This is from a year ago. So this video, first of all, was uploaded on May 9th, 2020. And we have this comment by Smash JT. I'll go ahead and I'll read this comment. Very well explained video on your perspective. I had fun playing it when I did, but by no means am I sold on this thing being a for sure success. Anyone who claims that is insane, haha, but I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully that it brings a different angle to the realm of gaming when it's available. We shall see. Now, what's the really interesting bit in the replies here that you want me to take a look at?
Well, this Atari guy
right here, Atari dude, right?
Right.
Okay.
He ends up asking him, hey, did you invest your fake funds for the Amico? And just check out Smash's reply to that.
Yeah, so he says, I put a request in, just waiting to see if it moves forward. So at least a year ago, back in May, he had an interest in potentially investing in this thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't official yet, but there was an interest there.
To me like he's expressing an interest in and not only that, but communicating that interest in investing.
Okay, I'm not really seeing how that's damning yet, but let's continue. I could be. There's probably more.
Yeah.
As long as a year ago.
Yeah. And is there anything else in these comments that I should see, or like should we move on to the next bit now?
No, I believe that's it.
Cool. So the next thing we have here is some other stuff in the comment section. We have a video by Smash JT. Why Pat the NES Punk hates the Amico. This is from October 14th, 2020. And again, scrolling down to the comment section, I have this comment highlighted. We have Lip Smack Kermit. Smash JT, are you an investor in the Amico? Serious question. To which he responds, no. And it continues, were you offered profit share for promoting it? Were you offered a free system? Invited to upcoming launch events? And he says no and no. To which Lipsmack responds, thank goodness. So, he doesn't seem to be disclosing any interest in investing here, even though earlier he had
that was okay.
expressed an interest
now
in
I'm making
investing.
sense.
It's kind of
Okay.
interesting,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that's one thing he keeps trying to take up for himself for is, I've been completely upfront and whatever. And there's evidence of people asking him in his comment section, based on, and I think it's really I think a common sense thing that people were in his comment section asking him, look, just be honest. Like, did you invest in this thing? And
it's the same reason why I couldn't invest in like Sony, Microsoft, or Nintendo. I would never be able to. Even I know I could give an unbiased opinion even if I was invested, but you can't because people will never take it seriously. Like Smash avidly defending, like, look, man, you can have an opinion, but your opinion's just not going to hold as much weight, dude, because the fact that you're an investor in it, obviously you have a financial vested interest to see the console be successful. Is a good time so you don't want to watch the entire thing. All right, maybe I'll go to that.
Being we don't know, he can say, well, technically I hadn't invested in it, but at the same time you admitted to expressing an intent to
invest. We don't know how that all played out or what conversations happened behind the scenes.
We have no idea because he
want a lawn that looks like this, but your lawn looks a little bit more like this. Then you should click right here and check out.
Oh, come on. I hate when the buffer does this. Ooh, it's like solid frozen, son.
April 5th, 2021.
All right, we're good enough.
Aside from that like comment on the Metal Guys, Heavy Metal Guys video initially, which is, a year ago, this is the first time that he mentions it until his actual video.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That he hasn't clutched his pearls and said no.
So we're talking about a decent chunk of time, like several months, where at the very least he's interested in doing this, and he's trying to pass it off as he doesn't have any bias whatsoever because he hasn't already expressed an interest in it. He hasn't already had a conversation with Tommy about investing in it, and we don't know.
I mean, so far, I'm not saying this is a good look, but it's not devastating. I don't know. Let me see though. Maybe I'm missing
what Tommy told him. Maybe he's doing all this schmoozing up with these Amico videos in hopes that Tommy will see this and grant him the ability to invest. We don't know how that all played out or what conversations happened behind the scenes.
We have no idea because he hasn't really disclosed everything.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot that's still hiding behind the curtain.
Okay.
So
Griffin, I see you.
Anyway, what else do we have here? It looks like another clip. This is a clip from his video from October 7th, 2019. Tommy Tallarico discusses the future of the Intellivision Amico. I don't remember what this clip was, but I guess we'll play it and we'll find out.
You have timestamps?
No.
It's timestamped at 15:26.
Yeah. So he's going to claim that he's not affiliated with Tommy or Intellivision, so he's impartial, and just, you know, still no mention of the intent to invest, pretty much.
And in fairness to him, this is 2019, so
it could very well be the case.
As far as we know, there may be other ones out there, but we don't know for sure. Based on what we know now, there hasn't been any public admission with intent to invest either. So we do have to be fair here. But
right, no, the only real important thing is he's saying that he's, you know, impartial.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and play the clip.
So
there you go.
Definitely from somebody who is not affiliated with Tommy, I can say impartially that I'm impressed.
Well, not only that though, too, and I'm
okay. So he has just said there, like, there's no affiliation. He's impartial. He's just an outsider looking in, and he's impressed by what he sees.
But there's this funny part coming up. If you let it play, he's gonna say, Tommy's gonna say a few things, and basically he's gonna bring up Smash's first video. Like, you can't call this guy biased, because, you know, he made a video originally saying that the Amico was gonna fail miserably, and now he loves it. And then Smash is gonna add, like, yeah, and I'm not gonna unlist that video.
Right.
And you want to go check the status of that video and see that it is unlisted.
Sure.
I'm glad to hear you say that. I truly am. But because, you know, no one can say that you're a guy who's like trying to kiss my ass about. This is a guy. Go back and watch his first video. By the way.
Don't worry. I'm not going to unlist that, by the way.
Okay.
But by the way, people will say I'm kissing your ass no matter what.
Okay.
But I ask hard questions, but I'm not an asshole to somebody.
Okay. So he's talking about this video that Smash previously made on his channel about the Amico, right? And like, he's saying that you know, you can't say he's a kiss ass because he's done a critical video of the product before. Smash deliberately says, I'm not ever going to enlist that video either. And before we move on to the next bit, if you go on Smash's channel and you look up Amico, you'll find a lot of videos about the Amico, none of which are that video. And it kind of makes you wonder why. Because we found that video. Remember, he said he would not unlist that video. Let's do a quick zoom in here. What does that say? Right there.
Unlisted. And again, I gotta shout out the Geek Getaway, because he hooked it up, man. I was like looking for it, and he's like, dude, I got it. Here you go.
Why the Intellivision Amico will fail miserably. Unlisted. He went from saying in that video, I will never unlist that video. What? Dude, this guy is like, over and over and over again, he's just an amalgamation of contradictions. It's like the funniest thing ever. He can't stop putting
his foot in his mouth. He's so inconsistent. He just does it over and over.
Yeah, Jeff, you should have left the video up at that point, man. I mean, look, I've been doing YouTube a long time, and I could tell you that no one ever forgets on the internet anyway. Here's a perfect example of it. And now you just look worse for having that. I get, like, you're an investor now and you don't want you having any bad press out there. You don't want to put any, I guess you could call it FUD out there. But no. Oh, you should have left it listed, bro. People don't forget this shit. And now you were caught with it unlisted in 4K. I don't think it's that big of a deal personally. But you know no one's going to let you live that down, though. Take it from people who still bring up 200 to me to this day. You know what I mean? Tommy looks like one of the guys that sells cheap perfume at the mall. Maybe he does. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, to me, it's not the end of the world, but you know the internet's never going to let him live this down. I don't give a fuck. But I don't matter.
Over again.
It's great, isn't it? Dude, I've seen the chat like go nuts. Expose Cotton 8K. What a joke. He has 10K reasons to remove it. Busted in 4. Yeah, dude, it's bad. It's bad. I got a couple more things queued up to go over here. We have a video, July 30th, 2021.
Just want to see this
July
too.
of this year, trashing the Intellivision Amico, and it does look like this is a clip I wanted to play. So let's have a listen here to what Smash has to say in this clip. I believe this is the mention of not having bias. This is it right here. Here we go.
Okay.
Every time I talk about the Amico, I get people in the comments like, oh, you better disclose your bias that you invested money into the Amico, so you really want to succeed because you're invested in it. I was like, look, you can watch
Someone wrote in the comments playing the RTU Exposed song in my head. I just had to point that out. That's great.
my videos and take it for what they are, just like anybody else on YouTube. I don't have this bias that is just like the Amico has to succeed because I put money. I don't care. Ultimately, I put money into it because I liked it and I hope it's successful.
Okay, so he's
Now,
saying
that's the
right
comment
here.
recently that started everything.
This is the comment that started the whole argument, because it's like, dude, you're invested in the product. That financial investment has the potential to benefit your bottom line immensely if this product is successful. So why would you ever talk negatively about the product if it's going to benefit your bottom line to speak positively about it? We don't care about the fact that he's invested in something. We don't care about the fact that he has a bias in association with that investment. But you cannot lie to your audience about not being biased when you have a clear reason to be biased. And it's very obvious that you are biased because of all the negative press you give to this thing. That's the issue here. Nobody gives a fuck that you're invested in it. You know?
And then complain when you get called out for it.
Yeah, I do agree too. It's kind of like the same thing, Jeff, that I said to Tommy. You're invested in the company, dude. You can't, like, the best thing to do, and it would be the best optics for you, is to just post positive stuff and not post defensive or reactionary stuff. It's not a good look when you're either, especially for Tommy, when Amico haters could eat my asshole. Tommy Tellerico likes this. Don't do that. Don't do that. But as well, like, you getting in between, like, if I that's why I can't, because of my job. Rich, it's not a job. Okay. I can't, because of my job, invest in Sony, Microsoft, or Nintendo. I guess no, I really can't. Because then the people would be like, I can't trust you. People already think I'm like a Sony hater for some reason this generation to begin with. Imagine like, oh wow, Microsoft's they're consolidating with this company. That's quite interesting. Or they're, I mean to say, acquiring this company. Maybe I should. I can't do it. Could you imagine if people found out that I had Microsoft stock? No one would ever watch another Sony video for me ever again. Or even a Microsoft video at that point, because they would think I was just being pro-Microsoft. Holes, Tommy Tellerico likes, like, dude, yeah, don't. You can't. I'm sure that you, Jeff, you get frustrated when I talk negatively about the Amico. I get it, but you're not in a place due to your investment that you could sit there and refute it, and you shouldn't, because it's not good optics when you're out there. It makes you seem like you're nervous. It makes other people question the company. It's not a good look. Like, imagine if Nintendo investors, which maybe some do because anyone can invest now, but imagine if like large share Nintendo investors were going on Twitter and like fighting with people or counter arguing people. It would not look good.
And then treat it like a joke. Like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah, exactly. I have one more clip to play here that I think really kind of highlights this point, and I think it's a good place to wrap up this particular.
Then I'll make it large again after he wraps this up. I'll make it large again. I'll make my screen larger again. Jesus.
Topic. This is a video called Intellivision Amico Announces Massive Edition of Industry Legend Jay Allard. This was uploaded on May 14th, 2020. And this is what Smash had to say in this video. Take a look at this.
And I, for one, like I've made very clear, abundantly clear in the past, am extremely excited for this thing. I feel like every time I talk about it, I'm like a marketing puff piece for Tommy now, because I got to sit with it and play with it. And if I try to remove my bias, which is, like I've said in previous videos, it's impossible to do, but trying to remove my bias...
Did you guys catch that? Did you guys catch that in the chat? Let me get some ones in the chat if you guys caught that. You know what? Let me play it. Do you think I should play it for them again?
Yeah, play it again, because I kind of missed it. Maybe I am a little too stoned right now.
Yeah, let me go ahead and boost the audio on it just to make sure everybody heard that. Let's go to 200% here. Let's listen to that again. Let's listen to that again. If it'll load, come on, YouTube.
And I, for one, like I've made very clear, abundantly clear in the past, am extremely excited for this thing. I feel like every time I talk about it, I'm like a marketing puff piece for Tommy now, because I got to...
When you plan and schedule your social media with Later, you can focus on your business.
Sit with it and play with it. And if I try to remove my bias, which is, like I've said in previous videos, it's impossible to do, but try...
He's really defensive about us saying that he has a bias in relation to this product. But here he is, on May 14th, 2020, admitting that he has a bias in relation to the product. So, dog, just admit it.
And then, and to remind you, this is, by his own words, before he even invested. This is just because, in his own words, he got to sit down with the system himself and try it. Just that, in his own words, makes it impossible for him to be impartial.
You know what?
Well, I think it's the investment more. Yeah, I mean, generally, I agree with what is being said here. You can't sit there refuting negative or positive takes if you are financially invested in a company. The weirdest thing with the Amico, I think, it has nothing to do with Smash JT in and of itself, is the tribalism around it. I've never seen this with another. I've never seen this with another console before, and I know why it is. Don't take this the wrong way, Tommy, but I don't really understand. Is that there's a lot of people. Tommy befriended a lot of people. It kind of seems like it made them starstruck, and they were sold on their friendship. They're not necessarily sold on the hardware. Not saying everybody. I'm sure there's some people that are genuinely excited for the Amico. But it's like, don't question it. You haven't played it. Dude, I wouldn't have a job if I could only question things until they came in my house. I talked about the Steam Deck quite a bit. How do you know it's going to be good, Rich? You haven't tried it. I don't know, but it looks really positive. It's what we do. Why is it with the Amico you can't have well, you can have a positive opinion, but if you have a negative opinion, it's like, you haven't tried it. Okay? I haven't tried Abandon yet, but from the fucking weird demo that I got, it looks like shit. I don't know. It's a weird thing with the Amico because it's like there's like MAGA has slipped over into the Amico. You know, it's like a cult. It really is. It's a cult of personality. Not for everybody. Not everyone who's a fan of the Amico is, but there is that core. His DMs about Tipster got leaked. Oh, this is getting weird. What were his DMs about Tipster? This is getting... Why does everything... Human beings are insane. All of this drama, all of it. I'm not... Look, shout out to Tipster. I love Tipster. And I'm friends with Smash JT, too. How does things get so fucking crazy? How does all this drama happen over fucking, like, the Amico? How are we here? How does a woman licking a microphone give a man a murderous rage to try to light her house on fire? What is wrong with human beings? Could someone fucking tell me? Yeah, it is human nature, but human nature is shit. Human nature is garbage. I know it's not like breaking news here. What is breaking news is I got to piss and get some chapstick. I'll explain Disney Aviation roller coaster when I get back. I got to piss. Oh! You stay right there, bird. You stay right there. I was looking at my coffee cup. My coffee cup is not a bird. Breaking news. Yeah, but social media just allowed us to be... I hate using that term because it's already getting worn out. It just allowed us to be terrible in 4K. We were already like this. Just social media amplified it. In our stupid 8 brains, we don't have the emotional intelligence to handle social media. I said that early on in the fucking stream. I got a hole full of pee. I'll be right back. So wait, they're basically showing Smash JT's bias towards the Amico because he's financially invested in it, and sometimes he gets somewhat opaque with it. But what is he was trying to get? Someone says he was talking to a known doxer. What's that about? Like, that's quite interesting. I don't know. Rich, I've been subbing watching your vids since 2011 and always enjoyed your videos, comedic sense. I'm so glad your channel has grown and flourished the way it has. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Yes. 3 farts. I am still going to place a bet, though. This channel will hit 100,000 subscribers before my other channel will hit 1 million. And that's not me. I will be happy as fuck if that happens. I'm just being a realist. So what is this about the doxing thing? I want to see. I'm not just stopping talking or having a brain fart. I'm looking in the comments section now. Why did my comments freeze? Or what the hell's going on? My stream is not dead. Oh, it just froze for a second. Star Wars or Star Trek? Star Wars. 3 farts, yes. Oh. Oh. God damn it, it's having a tough time. Yeah, the soundboard is being bought tomorrow. It has to. Tipster. Hey, Tipster, I got to give you some advice, dude. You got to stop. Taking it from a guy who still is somewhat impulsive, but was way more impulsive and had much bigger temper tantrums on Twitch, or Twitter, I mean. I'm referring to myself. I was a Twitter tantrumaholic. Gotta relax. It's going to get you in trouble. Take it from a guy who knows. Relax. Breathe. I know people are frustrating, and I know they're fucking annoying. But you got to breathe, relax, kiss a bird is what I... Look, handsome bird. Oh, look, someone tried to dox me again. Man, you're good looking. Oh, look, someone tried to put out pictures of my family. Hey, you're a good looking bird. Oh, look, like, obviously deal with it if people are doing that, but don't make everything. I mean, look, I just had a spat with another man with a beard. But relax a little bit. Oh, man. Yeah. Hard, wet farts. Hard, wet. EA Sports. It's in the ass. EA Sports. It's in the ass. No, he's paid $10K to invest. He invested on Republic. I didn't even know Republic was a thing. I didn't know how I invested on not in the Amico. I didn't even hear of fucking Republic before. Hey Rich, I really like my coworker, but I know she doesn't feel the same. I don't want it to affect my performance. What should I do? Don't have it affect your performance. If you know she's not interested, trust me, man, I've been there. It's just life. You just, you're going to, it's just how it is. I know that's probably not the answer that you wanted, Wrapped Corn. I like your name. It's about corn, and he likes corn from holes. But you got to put your personal feelings aside. It's just, that's going to happen, I'm sure, again. Yes, Rich is secretly a right-wing lunatic. That's me. I know you're kidding, but I've also been called it, and meant it. I've been called in the past 72 hours a communist. Because I don't know. Because that totally describes me. So let's watch Bo Black's video. No, you know what? I don't really care. I don't care. I'm just going to keep it real. I don't care about Ethan and Keemstar. I'm sure I could have made a video. I'm sure it would have gotten probably more views than my quartering video. But here's the thing. I don't just make videos because they get views. I have to give a fuck about it. And I just don't care. I don't care about what Keemstar does on YouTube. I don't care what he does with his penis. And the same goes with Ethan. I just don't give a fuck. The story today, people could say it was a much ado about nothing, but I actually thought it was interesting because I get it. As a person who is probably going to be rebooting my podcast, that's part of the reason why I'm not going to make it be about guests, and I'm just going to have a co-host that's on every week, because when we don't have somebody, which could be 95% of the time, this is all an if, nothing's guaranteed yet, but there's probably a good chance it's happening. I'm not going to make it about guests, because that's the thing. They either want viewership, they want money, they want something to gain from it, which there isn't even anything wrong with that, but it is frustrating. So there you go. Got an RTX 3060 from NZX Blood, and it has artifacting. NZXT build, it has artifacting. The card's defective. The GPU on there is that is a hardware defect. Artifacting is artifacting. That's why they have stress tests to run that. So get an exchange. Can they just exchange the card, or do they need to take back the whole computer? They probably need to take back the whole computer, which sucks on 16 dicks at once. That's a bird. Today I landed a new job as a front-end UI developer. I burped. Congratulations, man. Good for you. So, I was interested in that. I could have talked about, is there more of a motivation to talk about something if on top of it, it's going to get viewership? Yeah. There's also that monkey wrench that gets thrown in, is that sometimes videos that you don't think are going to get a lot of views do. That Nintendo video I made recently talking about them suing the shit out of that guy, I thought that video was going to bomb. It got almost 100,000 views in a day, which for my piece of shit channel is quite a bit. I'm kidding. But you get my point. So there's also that you don't know, but of course I could talk about Keemstar shit. Probably even literally his shit. He could pump a log on the side of the road. Actually, that would get views for anybody. Breaking news. Keemstar took a dump on the side of the road and put it on Instagram. That's what he sounded like, by the way. So congratulations, Lodmod, on your job. So yeah, that's not my only motivation. Obviously, if I think a story is going to get views on top of the fact that I'm interested in talking about it, I am actually interested in the fucking stories about the PS5 and scalping, because I think it's ridiculous. But am I also going to pick the story because it'll get viewership too? Of course. I would be a fucking liar if I said anything else. I would be a lying turd. Partially wet. You know those turds. They look like you let those turds out, and they're not solid turds, but they're not diarrhea turds. They're kind of like floaty turds. I have no idea what I'm talking about right now. Yeah, it's still impossible to get one, man. Still impossible to get one, I agree. But that's a semiconductor shortage. I just don't think that's the reason why the Amico is being delayed. I think there's other reasons as well. I'm more optimistic than Pat and Ian, though, that it will actually come to fruition. They seem to be it's going to be DOA. I think that's only a 20% chance. I think they have it higher than me. But most of what they say with it, I agree about. Rich, I once saw a man on the side of the interstate, back against a tree, pants off and dropping logs. Burned into my memory. Can I get 2 snorts? Another one, Phil. Thank you, Phil. You got your 2 snorts. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. Yeah, man, but I was thinking about Fiber One brownies. I forgot that the turds, man. Fiber One brownies. If you have them like once a day, they don't bother you. But if you haven't had them in, like, I haven't had them in like a few weeks. Had them tonight, and they fuck with your hole. They fuck with your hole quite a bit. All of a sudden, man, it's just like, and it's not like you feel, sometimes you feel a buildup of when the turd is about to emerge. You know what I mean? Sometimes there's, it flows into, all right, my hole is ready to push out a log. With Fiber One brownies, usually you'll have an ass trumpet at first. It starts with the ass trumpet. So it's like, whoa, I'm farting a lot. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Huh. And then you won't feel it. And then all of a sudden, it's just like, whoa. You got to run to the bathroom, man. And then you're letting out logs. Fiber. 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 Birds don't let out logs. Birds let out inverted Oreos. Have you ever noticed that about a bird's turd? Sometimes they're purple. Sometimes they turn the black, but the inner of the turd is white. It's like someone took like half an Oreo off and just left it there. That's a bird turd. Bird's the word. Bird, and an Oreo turd. Did you see the TCAP where the Predator brought a decoy guy got body tackled? No, I did not. Came here stoned, loving this conversation on pushing out logs. Pushing out logs is a big part of life, man. Let me tell you something. Fiber One products. Now, if you have them once a day, your body gets used to them and they just help keep things flowing. But if you don't have them for a while, then you have them, it's like, hot! And then all of a sudden you're letting out brown rage in your porcelain throne. Rated R. Brown rage in the porcelain throne. Steven Seagal. Peter North. I don't know why. Peter North. Where the fuck did he come from, man? Oh my God. He was from the era where there was actually like porn celebrities. There's no porn celebrities anymore. Now it's just like, okay, what website am I going to fap to someone who, some randos who just randomly uploaded shit? But that was when there was like Jenna Jameson, Peter North, and who's the fucking fugly guy with a big cock who's probably going to jail for the rest of his life. Forgot his name. But they, you actually had like names, and I mean, there's some people that are little known, but it's not like it used to be. Like you were almost like, if you were a porn star, like you were almost like an A-list celebrity at a time. Ron Jeremy, yeah. Now times have changed, man. There ain't no porn stars no more. That's a double negative. That was not proper fucking grammar. Fuck birds. I mean, there was like Mia Khalifa. I think she may be an exception, but it's not the same like it used to be. I also saw a guy on the side of the street in Houston violently making love to himself. His face, Rich, his face, the horror. Yeah, dude, it was like the guy who was fapping. You like I realized what he was doing in Grand Central. I'm like, oh, that, like, you could see his body was dry around his face. He was like, Like he was like, oh yeah. Oh. Like I was like, oh no. Oh no. He was like, oh yeah. And I was like, oh no. No, 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 no. Yeah, you know that's like DSP. Like, bro, there is no itch on the planet that gave me those faces. Not to bring them up again, but this is what happens because this is why we bring up people, because that's a perfect example. Like, yeah, you knew from his faces that he was stroking the dong. You knew from the faces that the dong was stroked. Like, Phil, you can't deny that you were tugging on your penis and beating it violently to the PlayStation to the PlayStation 4 theme. We got to bring that in right now. We got to bring that in. This is important. PlayStation 4 UI theme. Oh, 10 hours. Here we go.
Have you ever identified a unique problem and wanted the ground-up design control?
We need this music.
FPGAs are the perfect...
Phil, we need to have a discussion, Phil. Play for me PS4 home screen music. Mr. Burnell. From the moment that this theme was playing and that you thought your camera was off, we could tell that you were a man who was in ecstasy. Whoa! We could tell you were a man that was doing more than scratching his own leg. Snort for me, Phil. Snort again. Oh. Oh, the camera's on. Camera's been on the whole time, huh? I wasn't jerking off. Hello. I was not stroking my dick. I didn't pick up my controller right after coming and smearing my ejaculate all over my DualShock 4. Yes, he was. He was. He had sperm on his hand, and that sperm went on his controller. Can I get a Phil orgasm face, please? Oh. His jizz was on that control. I mean, look, man, I'm sure there's many other jizzed on controllers, but it's confirmed. He did not leave. He did not pull up his pants and go, oh, let me go wash my hands in the bathroom. The first thing he did was pick up that controller, and there was sperm. There was Burnell DNA on that controller. Well, that would actually come from your fingerprints. You get my point. Phil, as I play the PS4 home screen music, you should have admitted from the moment you were caught fapped that you were fapping in 4K. In 2016, you were fapping in 4K, son. And that's okay. We all fap. That could have been me. I'm not being derogatory because that happened. You stream so much that shit like that is bound to happen. But where you went wrong, Mr. Burnell, and I've been saying this is the 80th time I've told this story, but not with the PS4 home screen music, so it's fucking original. Is you should have owned up to your fapping. Bird, from the moment Phil knew that he got caught jerking off, he should have told the world, look, man, hey, you know what? I thought the camera was off. I was in the mood to rub one out. And you caught me. No scratching feet or legs, Phil. No scratching. I don't scratch my leg for 5 minutes, sir. There's only one thing I do for 3 minutes. And that's fap. Now I need to get a seltzer. This music's soothing. I can actually kind of understand why you'd want to jerk off to it. Oh man, nothing puts me in the mood to beat my penis like the PS4 home screen music. Oh my god. That's like that's like one of Mark Cerny's crowning achievements. I got Philip Burnell to jerk off to my UI music. Can you say that? He has like a picture of DSP like sitting there like on the back of his desk. Like next to a picture of his fucking wife. Oh man. Oh man. I am too baked right now and I am thinking of weird ass shit. Oh man. Alright. Alright, shut the fuck up, PlayStation 4. Yeah, all right. So I'll give. We did talk about Amouranth. We talked about her for quite a while, but I might as well give people a quick summary. Basically, some fucking loser, some incel, sexually deprived loser. Whether it's be a man or a woman, I'm gonna place bets it's probably a guy who did this. Tried to set her house on fire. I think they actually did this time. They tried last year too. Maybe not the same person. They were trying to hide it by the fact, oh, it's the 4th of July, and they tried to shoot fireworks at her house to also set her house on fire. Because, you know, someone should die for the fact that they lick a microphone and call it ASMR. Like, what is wrong with people? Tune out of the content that you don't like to watch. Fucking loser. Fucking weirdos, man. How do I really feel, though? Unbelievable. Like, I can't, it just baffles me. Like, what would you gain from harming her? It's not like she's trying to become a fascist dictator. She's just an internet personality on Twitch that had hot tub streams and licked microphones. What did you plan to achieve? Fucking Elliot Rodgers of the world, man. Hi, I have a nice car and I wear a leather jacket. Why can't I get laid? 'Cause you're fucking weird. I'm fat and ugly and I can get laid. Why? I mean, I'm a little weird. I talk to a bird. But I act like a human being. Elliot Rodger act like a sexually frustrated android with an erection. I am Elliot Rodger. I have a flat face, but I'm raging inside because I'm sexually frustrated. I don't know, Elliot. You just seem like a catch to me. What the fuck? Like that guy who's on the slow-mos, him and his I don't know why, maybe their wife now, or girlfriend. He was like so jealous that the slow-mo guy was dating this woman. I guess he found her attractive that he wanted to kill him. Because that'll work out for you. What is that? What is she gonna? Oh wow, you fucking crazed, insane psycho. I think he wanted to kill both of them. But when I guess he heard the cops coming, like the sirens, and he just shot himself. Don't take this the wrong way, but thankfully, out of the 3 people there, I'd rather be the psycho about to break into their house and kill them that shot himself. And then there was the one who was, there was a singer who the guy actually ended up killing her. Gavin Free and Meg Turney. Okay. What about the guy, Christina Grimmie? Christina Grimmie, I believe. Guy was like all weird and he became like vegan, I heard, to like lose weight. He worked at Best Buy and he was like obsessed over her there, and everyone was like, yeah, dude, you need to, you know, I don't know, invest in a fleshlight. You're too weird. I don't think you'll ever get a woman, but just, you know, relax. You're freaking us out. And then like his obsession just went overboard, and then he went to one of her concerts and shot her. The Bjork stalker was... I've unfortunately seen that video in its entirety, including his self-chosen demise, or suicide. I mean to say suicide. That was sick. That was sick. I mean, again, you guys know I'm pro mental health. Mental health is a serious thing. As a guy who suffers from anxiety and depression, but I kind of don't have that much remorse for people that end up killing other people, and then like that was the Bjork stalker's thing. Yes, obviously you ever see the guy's tapes? He was sick in the fucking head, but he was like, all right, we're gonna meet in heaven now because I think he wanted to send AIDS infected blood, and then he was like, nah, I'm just gonna send a bomb, or he's gonna send something to like disfigure her or whatever, and then he's like, oh, I'm gonna kill her, I'm gonna die now too, we're gonna meet in heaven, and he shot himself. Luckily they found out and they stopped the package from being delivered to Bjork. Unreal shit, man. Unreal shit. Do you play any Mountain Blade? No, I do not. Yeah, dude, I can't believe that was 5 years ago that Fapgate happened, huh? Isn't that crazy? The Crusties. That sounds like a band. That sounds like that guy who used to know his socks when he used to fap and then use his socks to clean up the mess and throw the socks under his bed. I've told that story before. This is like when we were 18, 19 in college. And his dad, this hulking German guy, was like, Steven, what are these rock-hard socks doing under your bed? And dude, you know, that I don't understand. Maybe I just got him out of the wash and used too much starch. Stephen, we don't use any starch. And then they found his magazines too, so obviously his parents knew that he was blowing loads in socks and leaving them there to ferment and dry. Stephen, why are you blowing loads in your socks? Oh, man. Oh, Steven. Steven. Once you see the mental health, once you use, yeah, that like Gavin Free and his girlfriend, or maybe now wife, like I said, someone said the name and I forgot it. You're going to try to kill them and you off yourself. You know, I'd rather them live to suffer and face consequences, because once you're dead, you're dead. Don't want to go into that whole thing, but you get my point. But if someone out of those three people were going to have to die, the guy who was going to try to kill other people because he was jealous because he couldn't get laid, I'd rather him be the one that goes. Does that make me cold? Maybe. Do I give a fuck? No. Yeah, you have to take others with you. I don't have any really remorse. Sorry. I don't have any remorse for that shit, man. Have you heard of the new Jewish rock band, the Is that real? Stop. Is that real? That's not real. You're lying. Four hours of me streaming? I don't know about that, Chief. We're in overtime right now. But so it's a ba-dum-bump moment? Okay. But I'll take a ba-dum-bump. What is Google Fish sending photos of just to make sure it's not Oh, Ricardo Lopez, bro. I know. I have seen it was a YouTube channel called Horror Stories. And somehow he even got away with showing the suicide. The video is now down, but that video was up for a while. And I also read into him. Ricardo Lopez was fucked up. Got any Karen horror stories that you know? Yeah, I told the one about it was a dude, but he's still a Karen. Rich, did you ever see the ContraPoint's new video on envy? Wonder if that has something to do with what that dude did. I have not. Video on envy. You got to send that to me. You should Camelot blow Colgate on Carlos. I didn't forget the other super chat. That would be disgusting. Yeah, like that one guy who is everyone else in the store literally was fucking masks, and this one like meathead dude wasn't. And I'm like, bro, why aren't you wearing a mask? He's like, I'm healthy. I don't have to. It was like, yeah, so was my cousin. He was also a bodybuilder. I said, well, you could do yourself it was like, whatever, man, I don't care. And I was like, yeah, man, why don't you go home and jerk off to yourself more? It'll keep that stamina going, keep you healthy in case you catch COVID. I probably would have got... Probably lucky I didn't get my teeth kicked in, but that's okay. I live to see another day. Cheers. You know, yeah, and I know people that ran triathlons and got it, now have a heart condition. Like, yeah, I don't. Well, it's amazing. I don't understand. I consciously do. I'm mentally capable of understanding, but I don't understand how something became so politicized when it really shouldn't be. And it's incredible that it did, and it disgusts me that it did, and it makes me angry that it did. Anyway. Oh, Trump was a part of it, of course. Trump was definitely a part of it, without question. Yeah, but your right to die means other people get sick. That's the problem. Anyway, guys, it's been 3 hours. God damn, I've been on for a while. Regular chat and super chat, I appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much for coming through on my stream. I will be back tomorrow with more content. I got to finish up doing my review for the Hisense TV. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with more videos. Have a good one, and we'll be back tomorrow night with another stream.